The all-new second generation BMW X2 is here, and it couldn't be more different to its predecessor. It'll be available in diesel, electric and petrol versions, including this range-topping M35i. Underneath that bonnet, you've got a 2-litre turbocharged engine paired with a 7-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive. It will accelerate from 0 to 100 in 5.4 seconds and hit a top speed that's limited to 250 kilometers an hour. To keep all that performance in check, BMW fits this X2 with some proper big cross-drill brake discs as well. Gives it plenty of stopping power. One of the most distinctive features of the new X2 is this illuminated grille, which is available for the first time in the compact class. And on the M35i, it comes as standard. This model also gets a different grille, so it has these horizontal strakes across the front, and you get that M badge in the corner as well. Obviously, being an M Sport model means you have a more aggressive body kit too. So you've got lots of gloss black here, same here on the sides. I'll talk about those headlights in just a second, but you also get up to 21-inch wheels on this car as well. So it really has a lot of presence. All of the X2s will have this distinctive daytime running light signature as well, so it'd be very easy to tell that this is an X2 when you see it coming up behind you. There's a lot of really nice details on these. These are the top spec headlights that you have a matrix function built in, and you can see, as well as that very distinctive signature, you've got these blue accents inside. Now, it's important to realize that this is not just an X1 with a sloping roofline. In fact, there are no body panels shared with this other than things like the door handles and the mirrors. This is a completely different design, and the more you look at it, the more you can see just how much this stands out in comparison to the regular X1. In fact, this is really more about fitting into the rest of the brand range in terms of showing the X4 and the X6 and how this now slots in alongside that. You can see it with this roofline. Comes down, there's a little bit of a step here as well. That just means you've got a little bit more room inside in the back, and you've got these really nice haunches here that come all the way out and really give the car a lot more presence. Obviously, like we've seen in some of the other models, you do have these new flush door handles as well. They actually do help improve aerodynamics, and they tidy up the whole look of the car. On this version as well, you've got different side sills. These are all body colored as well. Base versions will have just black cladding here as well, so they will look quite different when you see them side by side. Another nice detail obviously is this frozen Portimao blue color. It looks fantastic, and the way it catches the light and shows off the different angles is really superb, and it contrasts really nicely with all this gloss black around the door mirrors and around the windows as well. Now let's have a look at the back. The X2 is 5 centimeters longer than the X1, but a whole 19 centimeters longer than the previous X2. So there's a lot going on with the rear of this car. That coupe roofline means air flows right the way over the rear window unobstructed, which means there's no need for a rear wiper. And on this range topping model, you've got a more pronounced wing and a gurney flap here, which adds a little more downforce at higher speeds. The taillights have a lot of detail in them as well, quite an intricate design, and it replicates what we've seen with the headlights at the front. But really, what makes this car stand out are these quad exhausts. It looks like a proper BMW M car. It's going to sound pretty good too. Now, you might think because of that sloping roofline that this is going to be a little bit compromised when it comes to the practical aspects of it, but this actually has more boot space than the regular X1. It measures 560 litres, and if you need even more space, there's handy underfloor storage here that even locks up, makes it very, very convenient. If you need more space beyond that, you can also drop down the rear seats. They have a 40-20-40 split. Very useful. The X2 M35i gets some specific interior details too. You've got this specific steering wheel with a 12 o'clock marker on top, and you get these very nice paddles behind the back of the steering wheel, just like what you get on all the bigger M cars as well. They kind of have a rubberized texture on the back, makes it much easier to get a good grip on as well. In front of you, you've got this curved display that we see in plenty of other BMW models, and the X2 will be one of the first models to ship with the latest operating system 9 as well, and that will also roll out to other models in time. All of the rest of the interior that we see in this aspect of it is similar to what we have in the X1. You've got a vertically placed wireless charging pad with a very handy clip there to keep your phone in place. You've got 2 cup holders, 2 USB-C ports in here, and you've got a nice amount of space underneath here as well to put in various odds and ends. There's a decent sized glove box too, and you have a nice armrest here with your drive selector up here and various controls for selecting the start button, your my modes, auto hold, and obviously activating the parking cameras. Other details in this range topper include very nice Alcantara on top of the dashboard here with some blue stitching. You've got really nice surfacing all throughout the cabin, including these sport seats, which look fantastic, do a great job of holding you in place. They've got the M colours stitched into them and even an illuminated M symbol that glows as you approach the car. On top of that, you've also got a large glass roof as well, so everyone in the front and the back will have plenty of light coming inside. In the back seat, there's actually a pretty good amount of space, especially if you're in the 2 outer seats. I am, for reference, about 5'9", and I'm sitting behind my own driving position. So I've got a good amount of knee room here. I've got plenty of leg room. I like that these front seats are up nice and high. It means I can get my feet in underneath and stretch out a little bit more, so that's a good thing. Obviously, with the availability of an all-wheel drive platform means there is a bit of a transmission tunnel here. So the middle seat, as is often the case in this category, is a little bit compromised. It's a little bit flatter and you do lose out slightly when it comes to headroom. But if you're not going to use that middle seat, you can pop down a central armrest and have a little bit more comfort. You've got air vents in the back here, 2 USB-C ports, and there's actually pretty decent sized door bins in each side as well. So that's our first look around the new BMW X2 M35i. It really is a junior BMW M car. If you want to know more about this, head over to our website. It's CompleteCar.ie. You'll find it linked in the description below, and it's a great resource for finding your next new car. But we'd also love to hear what you think about this. So get involved in the comments and tell us what you think. Thanks for watching.